Doomed to Repeat is a Delta Green actual play podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to episode 38 of Doomed to Repeat. I'm Sergio, your handler. Today, we conclude our playthrough of Escape from Innsmouth by Kevin A. Ross and others, published by Chaosium. I couldn't think of a more fitting choice for our final historical scenario, bringing to life the inciting incident that shaped Delta Green. It has been an absolute blast. With only 2 episodes left after this, we'll be closing out this series right around Mayday's 5-year anniversary. 5 years of Doomed to Repeat, each one a learning experience, each one an adventure that you have joined us for. I want to give out a special thank you to Zakiya, our resident artist, whose illustrations have defined the look of this and every one of our series. We're very lucky to have their talent with us. If you enjoy what we do here, please like and subscribe and leave a comment wherever you can. It really helps. Starting in September, we're rolling out some exciting new features on Patreon that include exclusive merch for certain tiers. There's the Black Site Cicada collection, where all our early content is now going to live for patrons only. And we're introducing paid games, where you can play through a scenario or an adventure of your choice with a Mayday cast member as your GM. Check it out in September when we start rolling out these new features. You can go to patreon.com/MaydayRP. And now, let's get back to the game. It is Thursday, November 10th, 1927. The last 24 hours have been a blur of sacrifice and loss in order to bring home the truth about Innsmouth. Captured by its people, if you can still call them that, you were stripped of your cover, beaten, and broken. Your secrets spilled, and death appearing in the form of black jello. But just when all hope seemed lost, salvation came in the form of a trench coat wearing government man and the chattering roar of his Tommy gun. Agent Lewis Mackey, embedded and forgotten, risked everything to free you in the hopes of getting out with at least 2 of you. But despite his best efforts, not all of you decided to follow. Freddie Thurman, you made your choice. Because Cora Loquillo, their friend and former flame, never made it out. And that's where we begin. Cora, you wake up in a damp, torchlit chamber that smells of the sea. Fish-eyed faces leer at you in their fine robes. And the boss has stepped forward, sniffed you in some kind of weird recognition, and he asks, "How are you, child?"
Not my favorite place to wake up. What was the name you said? Rathelia?
Rathelia, yes. Do you remember this place?
No.
You will in time. We all do, and he gestures to the other members in this space.
My family are ocean people, but not like this.
Ocean people, yes. To the south.
Yes.
To a place called Puerto Rico, yes?
By some?
I sailed there when I was a younger man. Do you have dreams?
Everybody dreams.
Dreams of the water, being under it?
I'm sure that's a common enough dream. For many people.
Not the dreams you have, you know that. Because we all had those dreams.
Because we were all once like you.
And how is that?
Someone in your family made a pact, and you now get to benefit from that.
How lucky.
Yes, we are all lucky.
You have me at a disadvantage. I do not know this part of my family's history. Why don't you explain it to me?
I would be happy to, child. There is a lot for you to learn, and tonight I think you will get a good crash course in who and what you are. Would you like to join us as we indulge before the ritual?
I'm still a little faint from the crash. Would you tell me the story here? Under, and I'll gesture up toward the statues, under the gaze of our forefathers.
You are catching on quickly, child. Yes, yes. At the mention of you not feeling well, he reaches out a webbed, spiked hand to you. Do you let him touch your face?
I think Cora's trying to breed some kind of camaraderie here, so I think they'll stiffen up, but sort of tilt their chin in a way that might symbolize acquiescence.
He touches your skin and his fingers are cold and wet, but you suddenly feel the pain from what you assume must have been the car crash fade away.
Oh.
And that point of damage that you received during the car crash is healed.
Gifts from our mutual benefactor, I presume.
There are many gifts we receive, us children of Dagon, and Hydra, and Cthulhu, and all of the people in this room kind of begin to cry out in strange languages, calling towards these things. They usher you over as they know there is nothing ailing you anymore amongst the group, and these hunchbacked, half-human creatures offer you wine in fine gold and white gold goblets, and they begin telling you what they believe is the myth of the world. Below the waters is the city of Relier, where their great god Cthulhu sleeps, and his children, the Deep Ones, propagate the world by using the cattle of the surface. And when their gene is propagated, it appears normal at first, but after the person with these genes begins to hit puberty, they begin to change. And they are called back to the sea with dreams and visions, and in time, they become the Deep Ones. And as they are telling you this, you begin to understand what they are insinuating, that you are like them. Let me ask for a sanity check from you.
50 under by 73.
Success is denial, and Cora refuses to believe deep down that this is some kind of truth.
I think a little bit of that comes out when she turns to, I guess, the one that's been talking to her the most. If I am like you, as you say, why am I not graced with the features of our people?
That is quite curious. Usually it happens around puberty, but we all come to it in our own time. When you see what you will see tonight, you will know, and you will be ready for the change.
I'm sure of it. The people who were with me, fate brought them here as well. Were they given similar options to learn of the history of the world?
Do you teach cattle how to read?
And they all start kind of giggling at this.
Your friends are no longer your friends because you belong with us now. Let them go. They are simply weights on your shoulders. A new world awaits you. A world of immortality and power beyond your wildest dreams.
I think Cora doesn't reach for them, just kind of like, almost as a comfort, tucks their hand underneath the flap and feels around until they feel the film canisters and just kind of clutch them, almost like it's a way to keep them with her and kind of remind her where she's supposed to be. Of course, I was merely asking to see if, well, weights pull one closer to Relier, down and faster, so weights aren't always a bad thing.
At this point, you hear a kerfuffle coming from what is clearly upstairs. There is a wooden staircase that leads up. The hinge opens, and someone in blue robes comes tumbling down the stairs, walking quickly, and they run up to this man who has, I think at this point, introduced himself as Barnabas Marsh.
Oh, it's Big Daddy Marsh, okay.
He gets something whispered in his gills, and Barnabas kind of looks at the messenger, and he looks at you and smiles and says, "The government is curious of what's going on in Innsmouth, yes?"
I wouldn't know, I'm just a photographer. If you have a camera, I can take a picture of this momentous day. I've been told that I'm quite talented.
We don't need pictures, not where we're going. Come on, let's go. And he gestures, and suddenly there's kind of a rush as if everybody needs to get out of the space.
I think Cora's gonna kind of feign faintness still and just kind of totter into someone. Can I just do a cursory check to see if they have anything on them that would be useful to me? Not necessarily trying to pickpocket, but just more getting close enough to look and observe.
Yeah, if you want to kind of stumble into them, and I think you would need to make a search roll.
Let's see. Ooh, nice. 30 under 60.
He does seem to have a ceremonial-like dagger attached to his hip. When you bump into him, you can feel the leather strap, and you kind of get a quick look at it. But he does kind of grab you and start pulling you, and when you look at him, you realize he has this eel-like face, his neck extending forward and his head hanging low, and he kind of hisses at you with these razor-sharp teeth.
I think for all that Cora's been able to keep it together, I think the eel face gets her, and she kind of flinches. Oh, sorry. This way?
He just kind of hisses at you and grabs you by the shoulders and begins leading you as the group makes their way up the stairs. You see that they grab Ruth, and she cries out in terror as they begin pulling her along with you.
It's okay, Ruth. It's fine. We're among our people.
She looks at you in a way that says you don't know what these people are capable of. And you are brought out into the night air. You look out, you're not far from the waterfront, and there is this crack of lightning far in the distance. You look to your left and you see a group of Innsmouth citizens pulling along somebody with a hood over their head. They are wearing the same clothes as Brian Burnham, and as he gets closer, you can hear that it is him. He's being led by them to a series of boats on the shore. Freddie, you begin skulking your way in the direction of more the center of town, especially once you start to notice that there is a mass of people congregating by the harbor, and there is 3 large rowboats that are being filled. And sure enough, you see your ally, Cora, along with Ruth, and a man who is got a sack covered over his head, but sounds like Brian.
Once I see there are there's obviously these main people in boats, but there are some civilians also getting in boats. I will take one of those and try to silhouette myself as much as possible.
You could be seen, but there is an empty Masonic hall just up the street.
I'll try to steal a robe. I'm gonna run in there and try to get a robe and a gun, if I could, or some sort of weapon.
Go ahead and just give me a stealth roll.
Okay, well, I rolled a 6.
You are able to sneak into the hall. The lights are on, but it seems like nobody's home as the entire town is mostly down by the shore. And sure enough, digging around in some of these rooms on the first floor, it looks like a typical Masonic hall, but you're able to find a kind of changing room, and there are the familiar blue robes.
Yeah, I take 3, if I can.
You're able to do that, and you don one of them, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I assume you want to go back to the shore.
Yeah.
In a last-ditch attempt to get away, Cora wants to stumble and pull off their bag, thereby leaving the photos on the beach. And they want to as they stumble, they want to shake the photo development chemicals out of their bag and let them crash open on the rocks. They're mostly trying to get it on this person so it slows the procession, so that maybe they have a chance of something.
Go ahead and make your attack. I'll even give you a plus 20% because they're not expecting it.
Oh man, fail.
You swing it at him, but he's able to raise his hand and knock it out of yours, grabs you by the hair, and then just starts pulling you forward. And right as you're about to get to the boat, Barnabas smacks his hand out of your hair, kind of pushes him back and says, "You don't touch a family member like that. Leave her alone. Come. And he reaches a hand towards you to help you up onto the boat.
Ooh, can I be close enough to, once that man's been pushed back, can I like push him deeper into the crowd and like take his place?
Give me a luck roll just to determine that you were able to get there in time.
Okay. 35.
Yeah, you're able to pull him back. I'll even say that if you start in any way physically dealing with him, I don't think Barnabas would really bat an eye. I think you see, Cora, this kind of anger in Barnabas's eyes that this one would treat you that way.
I'm just gonna like take him and push him into the crowd of like, you've lost your cool ritual privileges.
He definitely feels it, and his kind of gross eel face, which is in this permanent snarl, just kind of looks sad and kind of looks down as the others start to kind of shun him and push him to the back of the crowd. You're now right there as the boats are beginning to shove off.
I just start getting in, and these boats don't have motors.
No, they are paddle boats.
Okay.
I do think that you need at least one stealth check to not get noticed.
Fair, very fair. Come on, baby. That's a 30 under 70.
Yes!
I think with such a good roll, I'll even say that you end up basically either beside Cora, behind her, wherever you want to place yourself close to her.
I like tap your knee in a very specific way. It's like onto the beat of a song that we both like, and that's it.
I think Cora feels the beat and only barely manages not to whip their head and look at you. But I think they just follow your hand up your arm. And for all that they've been calm and collected and okay and kind of planning, tears start just slipping down their cheeks. And I'll kind of tap back.
The other members in the boat, all of them, they're all kind of croaking and singing hymns or songs to themselves. One of them, dressed in this large tiara, is holding 2 clay conical tablets, and they're almost holding it like the 10 Commandments as they row out into the ocean. There is thunder and lightning deep in the distance, and it seems like it's approaching as this storm seems to be coming closer. And as you come closer to the storm, you realize you're also approaching Devil's Reef, this black stone jutting out of the water. Eventually, as you get maybe within a 5-minute row from it, you see these black figures swimming in the water close to the boats, their fins occasionally coming out, reminding you of what you saw in the caves. And the reverie and the music and the singing of these strange amphibian-like humans are just amplifying and growing as the storm seems to intensify and grow. And eventually you are engulfed with rain and thunder and lightning up and over your head as it covers Devil's Reef. And you make landfall. They begin piling out. Barnabas, this ancient-looking reptile man wearing this gold tiara and bracelets, kind of reaches out for Cora's hand and says, "Come, child, the ritual is about to begin."
Yes, I need to ask, I have a question. I'll just turn to Freddy. My bag fell on the beach. Did you happen to get it?
I just silently like shake and hold the bag up.
Would you hold on to it for me, please? I don't want my camera to get wet during whatever's going to happen. And I'll just kind of look at her in a there's no way to really communicate what I'm trying to say.
I got that well enough. I think I if there's some distance between us and Barnabas and the rest of the people on the island?
He is holding the boat, trying to get Cora to get out. You're in the boat with her, and there's a group of people behind him.
Then I'm gonna shoot Barnabas in the head.
Oh, man.
You're basically in point blank range. I'll give you a plus 20% on it.
Thank you.
Let's go. Come on, Freddie.
That's a 39.
Oh, let's go.
What do you? I rolled damage. That's a 9.
I just rolled to see if he is stunned, and he failed with a 97. You fire at him, and one of his eyes explode in purple goo, and his mouth opens up to scream, but he's just taken back by it and stumbles backwards and lands flat with a big wet slop onto the black ground of the reef. Everyone looks in your direction, begins to scream at it.
Oh, right, baby, get in the boat. Baby, get in the boat. And I start shooting at the other bitches on the shore.
And I'm grabbing the oars and pulling.
Just give me an athletics roll, Cora, to see how quickly you can move away from them. Can you get a head start, a good push off of the reef?
There's no way.
This is...
I'm 17!
You use him falling off of the boat, his legs kicking the boat, push, and you immediately grab the oars and begin pulling them just enough to get a little bit of a head start. And those that are on the shore are unable to reach for the boat in time. However, the ones that are screaming and grabbing their dear leader who is on the ground are maybe 4 or 5 of them. Another 3 or 4 of them leap into the water.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, fuck.
Fair. That's okay. We got bullets. We got bullets.
Freddy, go ahead and give me another firearms roll to determine whether you can keep these guys at bay for a round.
That's a 33.
That's a critical. One of them leaps out of the water suddenly, and you're able to swing the gun around and fire it right in its mouth, and it just falls back into the water, this puddle of blood immediately filling the space. The storm is beginning to intensify. Cora, I just need another athletics roll from you to determine whether you can get to the shore in a timely manner or whether it's going to require another round.
It's an 85.
It starts to get to a point where the storm is actively hindering your progress. The wind is blowing.
At the same time, I think Cora isn't putting full focus on it because she is railing, probably like it's like full Spanglish, just giving Freddy absolute hell for coming after her. What the fuck do you think you were doing? You could have died.
Maybe, but we were already gonna die. We were already tied up to the pipe, and then they got Arthur. I was just.
They got Arthur?
Yeah, there's another man. There's another guy. The Department of Treasury. Not now. We're gonna be fine, probably.
I love you so much. What the fuck?
As you say that, I think another one leaps out of the water and tries to grab onto you, Freddy. You can either shoot at it or you can try to dodge it as it's going to try to grab you and pull you in.
I want to fire at it. That's fine. That's fine. That's a 27. Okay, the regular 10. 8.
8. That's enough damage that it's going to need to see if it can sustain it and not pass out. It fails it. Jesus Christ. You fire at it and it's stunned, so it falls back into the water, unable to act on its next turn. Cora, one more roll to determine whether you can get to the shore.
Oh, man.
I believe in you as well.
My hands are so sweaty. I keep dropping my dice. That is a 30 on the money.
Working together through the storm, you are able to get to the shoreline. You are not free, however, of the several black bodies in the water that begin to emerge quickly after you as you make shore and you jump off the boat. The amphibious deep ones come after you.
Yeah, I'm making sure Cora's ahead of me. I would also probably have told you to put on a robe, so it's one enemy at a time. You have the photos, and I am on your 6, but maybe towards a car. Running towards a car would be good.
Okay, you're trying to find a way out. Let me have the two of you give me search rolls to find a way out.
29 under 60.
As you begin running up the shore, Freddie, you're not able to find anything in the moment. You look back and you see that the storm is raging and there is this incredible streak of lightning that fills the sky, slashes it in half. This enormous shape. You can't even begin to speak how big it might be, but it dwarfs the Devil's Reef and it is silhouetted by the lightning, and it is clearly whatever it is these Deep Ones worship. And that's when you hear the cries of Brian Burnham, the screams of Ruth Billingham, distant. You almost can see their silhouettes as they are lifted in by this shadow, this thing. I'm going to ask you both to roll d6s as you are going to lose sanity as you are unable to save Brian and Ruth.
It's a 2.
I lose 2.
Cora, you are not focused on what is going on. Maybe it's a rejection of what they are telling you you are.
No, it's entirely my girlfriend is in danger and I have to get her the fuck out of here because she did something stupid again.
You are able to find a rather beat up vehicle that you suspect a good jump will get it to go. But you also know that just around the corner there are a group of amphibious men that are after you.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Freddy. We make the block and try to blend in, or we get in the truck. What do you think?
We gotta get out of here. I think the truck.
Go to the truck. I don't know anything about cars.
I know how to spark a car really quickly.
Freddie, I think you absolutely know how to spark a car. I think it's just going to come down to a luck roll as to whether it fires.
I'll hold my hand out for the gun to watch her back while she does it.
You have the gun. I'm so scared. Jesus. Okay, that's a 43.
Yes.
I'm sorry, hold on. It's a 40-something. I rolled a d6. It's a 49.
Okay, that's still a success, right?
Yes. Just do it. It's too good to cheat. We can't.
Freddie, you're a pro at this. You pull out what you need, you spark the wires, and the vehicle kicks and starts, and this big plume of black shoots out the back of the car.
Get us the fuck out of here, baby.
You hit it into gear, and as it moves, you realize it's an old jalopy. It's really slow. You look back, Cora, and you can see these webbed hands and these webbed feet, these shadows racing past the corner, chasing after you. They're not to you yet, but you suspect they will be at any moment.
Is the car... Okay, so it's the 1920s. I don't know how enclosed cars were at this point.
Make a luck roll to determine how enclosed it is.
56.
It's wide open. It's got a accordion top, which has been torn up and is old and beat up, and there's no point in even lifting it up. You suspect that the car will eventually hit a speed that is faster than the way these things move, but it's taking a while.
Can I hold an action and just wait until they're within, like, of the back of the car? If they are within, like, arm's reach of the back of the car, that's when I want to shoot.
I think one is able to reach you at that point, to go ahead and fire at it as it tries to grab you.
I shit you not. It's a 10 under my 20.
Yes!
It succeeds at grabbing onto your hand, and I'm going to ask you to make an athletics roll to not be pulled off by it, but you will deal it damage.
8.
It takes it right in the chest, but it is a big, hulking beast of a creature. It grabs onto your hand, even with it blood pouring down its chest, and it tries to pull you off. Give me an athletics roll to avoid that.
It's a fucking 2.
Get
It's
out.
a fucking
Get
2.
out. This is stupid.
It rolls a 75, so it fails to pull you off as you kind of tumble backwards and pull your hand away from it.
I'll claw my way back up and just shaking hand, take an eye on the next one, and as soon as it's within arm's reach, if I have to take a shot, I'll do it again. But I think Cora is just like living on adrenaline and gay survival.
I just need a drive roll from Freddy to see if you can get out of town. The fishmen are not going to be able to keep up with the vehicle eventually. Give me a drive roll to get out.
My drive score is 50. This is a luck roll.
Come on, baby.
It was really fun. Whatever happens. That is a 74.
I don't think you're necessarily in a situation where you would crash the vehicle. I think that one of them is going to get close enough that they're going to try to slash at you, Freddy. So they do succeed.
Okay.
That's 6 damage as their claw reaches into your shoulder and stabs you, and you cry out in pain. Because that's a 6, I need you to make a con times 5 roll, or you will be stunned.
Okay. I'm not dead yet.
Let's go.
That's a fucking 9.
Shut up.
You are able to maintain yourself. Cora, you see that this thing is on top of his shoulders. It's basically being dragged by the car at this point. All you have to do is get it off of him.
I want to go up to, I want to like put my hand on her other shoulder, and I know I'm going to deafen her, but I'm going to put the gun like right against its head and pull.
You have a plus 20% to that firearms roll.
39.
You fire, and Freddy, you hear this cacophonous noise behind you, but the pain releases for a moment as you feel the pressure fall off of you, and you hear the thudding and the rolling of the body of the creature as it cries out. And you look in your rearview mirror and you see the shadows slowing down as you finally hit that point of velocity for the vehicle that they can't keep up. And you begin making your way out of Innsmouth. I need you to give me another Constitution times 5 roll, Freddy.
42. Under 70.
You are only going to take 1 point of damage as you feel like something is going on inside of you. You feel ill all of a sudden. And Cora, you can see these black veins starting to spread throughout Freddy's body.
Okay, come here. You're okay.
You're gonna need to drive. You're just gonna need to switch with me.
Okay. Come here. I'll just kind of gently kind of pull her over, and I'm just gonna.
As you are driving, or do you pull off to the side?
Oh, we gotta keep going. We're going. We're going.
Okay, hold still. Just this is gonna hurt, and I'm gonna like rip the bottom of my shirt and ball it up and just press it into the wound. Have to stop the bleeding. Have to try and push some of the poison back out, or whatever the goo is that's in there.
Give me another Constitution times 5 roll.
83 over 70.
Oh no.
You keep fighting and driving. You make it out of the city. You make it out to the outskirts where there is little homes and little outcroppings of civilization. And you finally get south to the fields where you are out of Innsmouth, close to Falcon Point. Occasionally you'll see a home, but it's all farmland. At a certain point, you stop being able to smell, and then you stop being able to hear much. It becomes very dark, where just the headlights are all that you're able to kind of focus on, and you try to focus as long as you can.
You're gonna need to,
Stay awake. Come on, stay awake.
You're gonna need to take it from here, I think.
The vehicle slows as Freddy begins to slowly lose consciousness.
We made it. We did it.
You did it. That was all you. What the fuck did you do?
I went to go get you. I was trying to listen to your advice, but it's really hard to do that.
I told you to stay away from the water.
Yeah. I mean, you nailed it. Yeah.
Why don't you ever fucking listen?
Get the pictures. Get the pictures to the people.
No, we're gonna get you. We gotta get you help first. That's more important.
I got it. I got everything I need.
Oh, hey, stop that. Where's your booze? I'm just gonna like pat her down and try and find her flask or something.
You're able to find the flask.
I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna dump it into her.
Okay.
Come on. Pain keeps you awake. Come on.
Even the pain is not enough. Slowly, Freddy, you are slipping out of consciousness.
I just take their hand, and I don't think there's anything. There's not much energy left for anything else. I just hold their hand.
Come on.
And in the moonlight, they stop breathing. Freddy passes.
No.
And Cora, you're left alone in a shaking car just outside of Innsmouth.
Cora just kind of bends over Freddy and holds her and just kind of tries to like smell the last kind of vestiges of whatever cologne she was wearing and the like little bits of booze that always smelled like her, and I think just like kisses the side of her head and lays her down in the seat and I think Cora tries to talk to her ghost. Just for a second. I don't know if you're still here. But you know how to move the planchette. You know what to do. It's like a baby travel-size Ouija board. It's probably not even bigger than like a standard notebook. And Cora's got just dirt-caked, blood-smeared hands shaking on the planchette. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't do more. I'm so sorry. I'm just holding the planchette with shaking hands, trying so hard.
There is this gust of wind as the storm is behind you, but it's not hit you. And maybe it's the wind, or maybe it's something else, but it moves to G and then to O and doesn't move again.
Okay, thank you. I'll just kiss the side of her head again and take her flask and there's just 8 kisses across her face. And then kind of she has to rip herself away. Cora gets out of the car and pushes herself away like she's gonna leave her there. And then can't even manage to do that. And just gently starts to kind of shift her body across the bench seat just enough to get back in the car. I can't leave you. I can't leave you. Your dad'll want a good service. You'll come home with me, and your dad'll get a good service, and there will be drinking and people in the church. And I'm trying to spark the.
It's still running. It's ready to go.
Okay. Then I'm just kind of monologuing what I'm gonna help her dad do, and I think the planchette is still kind of resting on their leg. The board's put away, but the planchette's on their leg as they drive.
Cora, let me get one last sanity check from you.
It's a 34.
Eventually, Dr. Rooke and Lucas Mackey, you are able to get yourselves to civilization. We'll say Arkham. You check in with the authorities. They are thrilled to see you, and they are saddened to hear the tale. And a few hours later, in a shaking jalopy, a mumbling Cora pulls up to the station with the body of Freddie Thurman and the other set of photos. Your story and your evidence is used by the State Department to issue the warrant that grants the government permission to raid Innsmouth several months later. Those of you that survived, do any of you want to participate in the raid?
I think Lucas does.
No, Doctor won't join.
Cora does not.
Lucas, give me a luck roll.
Okay. An 83.
On February 23rd, 1928, the 42nd Marine Battalion raids the city of Innsmouth. Their directive is clear Innsmouth of seditious aliens that have taken over the town. The forces of what would be classified as Project Puzzlebox fight the insane cultists and the Deep Ones for days, with the battle finally ending with the launch of torpedoes at the undersea city of Yeneth Lay, residing under Devil's Reef. Unfortunately, Lucas Mackey dies in the raid. 209 prisoners were taken into federal custody and incarcerated without trial in concentration camps. Cora, you could be one of those people, as with time, the dreams and the feelings and the desire to return to the ocean is almost inescapable.
I think after Freddy's funeral and after everything is kind of settled with Innsmouth, Freddy packs up all their stuff and they convince their mom, aunt, and cousin to move to Detroit with them, landlocked, far away from the ocean, away from anything that might hurt any of them.
In a panic, you leave this place and you head to Detroit, but the dreams don't stop, and eventually you begin to change. Your skin begins to turn red and mottled. Your hair begins to fall out. And there is a point where you realize that pretty soon people are going to start asking questions. And what happened at Innsmouth might happen to you unless you do something.
I think as those changes start happening, she sequesters herself more and more, starts wearing like a mourning veil more and more. And when it becomes too much, she finds the tallest building in Detroit with the like highest apartment that she can rent, and she locks herself away, and that's where she stays.
And the world never hears of Cora Loquillo again. Dr. Rooke, one day you are recovering from this experience, and a group of individuals approach you. They introduce themselves as FBI agents. And they say that there is a group called Black Chamber, which is looking for new recruits. Decoding, mostly, but there's a few other kind of side projects related to what you experienced. And they ask for your help.
I think if the suits are finding Rooke, then Rooke probably left Harvard after all of this, and probably went up into the mountains where they usually have been doing their research and kind of just like been very reclusive on their own, far from the sea, far from anybody. So yeah, when they do roll up, I think with a lot of hesitation and Rooke trying to assure that he doesn't have to do any bit of field work, would agree to help out in some capacity with this Black Chamber project.
And they can make that promise. Though you lived through the nightmare of Innsmouth, no one ever hears of Dr. Rooke again. However, your participation in Black Chamber and the decoding of those conical tablets becomes instrumental in the formation of Delta Green, and one day, the program. And this is where we will bring our scenario to a close.